I want to introduce Vijay Kumar. Vijay also is a co-scholar and he also working in the Department of Politics and International Studies. He cleared his UGC NET JRF in 21 December cycle.
Thank you so much, Mudasir, for welcoming me on this channel.
Yeah. So, coming on to the topic that our March UGC NET cycle is coming soon and the application is already completed, and I hope that all of you have applied to the coming cycle, and the next cycle also I think waiting for you in July 23. So in this regard I want to emphasize and ask Vijay that Vijay, what is the main thing students should do now, the candidates who are appearing?
I don't know when the exam is, exact date of exam is, but I do believe probably a month or so. In a month or so, they will be writing their NET examinations. And rather than reading lots of text that is available, I mean, however, there are lots of literature available to prepare for NET examinations, but I would like them all to focus on solving few question papers if they can grab it from the internet as well. And yeah, keep solving them. And however, the idea of solving question paper at such a stage is that they will be getting an idea what kind of questions they'll be facing in examinations, and also it will be a preparatory kind of a thing. And it will be very easy when they face the real question paper on the given day, and that question paper will somehow seems like you are solving another question paper, isn't it? That's the very idea, and then that's what I would like all people to do it. Though the syllabus hasn't changed much, the pattern might have changed. Definitely, the pattern has changed, but yeah, but there is no harm in solving the question papers, whatever the year that you can get it. I mean, what is harm in solving all 15 years back question papers?
Yeah.
That's not matter, because the history part, or it's like the political history part that you would be reading, is definitely a concrete political history that you'll be reading.
Yeah.
The style of asking questions may change, but the questions themselves do not change. I mean, the theme doesn't change particularly. So it would be definitely helpful if you solve those question papers as far as you can go, as many question papers as you can get it. It doesn't matter in which year that you are picking. If you ask me, I probably might have solved right from 2009 or 8.
Okay.
So it wouldn't bother me as well. I mean, there is no harm in solving lots of questions as well, because one or the other way you will be coming across same repeated questions again and again. And if you are if you are lucky enough, probably you might get the same question in the examination as well, what you have solved earlier.
Yeah. And the second question about.
But the books,
Yeah.
the very popular books, again, there is no secret to it these days. There were two books that we happened to talk about. The one was about mastering world history, definitely.
Yeah,
Mastering world history, that everyone has read. I mean, these days international politics students do know about this book. It's of Norman Lew, I guess. It's Norman Lew. And there is another, Globalization of World Politics,
Yeah.
like John Billy's Globalization of World Politics. You don't have to go into the latest edition and all those things, and just grab whatever the edition that is available. I mean, if you pick the latest one, it'd be good and well and nice. But even if you get it, whatever the edition that you can lay your hands on, you can just pick it, go through the books, read lots of theory, make a note of it, and keep revising if time permits you, because that will etch in your memory for a long, because not just in NET, cracking NET, but after NET as well, while you face your interview, if your intention is to do Ph.D. as well.
Yes. Okay. Generally, MA Political Science and MA IR students know that they are eligible for the international area studies. So, what is the idea behind this eligibility criteria? What is the general things?
If you have done your PG in international relations, you can choose NET in IR, that is politics, including international studies, area studies, politics and area studies, that is. And you being even if you have done international relations, masters in international relations, you can definitely write defense studies. There is NET in defense studies as well. You can even choose political science for that matter if you have to. There is no restrictions whatsoever in that as well. but the idea of writing NET would be as simple as this, because as simple as that NET guidelines suggest you to do it, because they say to rather choose the subject that what you have read in the masters, and that would be ideal one, because if you happen to choose something else, your prospect of getting into, or else like if you tell you have an idea of furthering your studies like into the PhD and all things, probably that would be difficult for
After
for you to
taking admission,
admission,
PhD.
yeah, for you to have an admission
Maybe
into
you
the,
can write, but
yeah, you can write, there is no doubt about it.
getting admission may be tricky.
It's going to be tricky. It's not just going to be tricky, because the minimum criteria that universities would ask you is for example, if you want to get into the PhD into the political science, the very basic things they would be asking you is like whether you have done masters in international relations, politics, South Asian studies, any area studies. This is the very basic criteria. Examinations in the first semester itself, if it is possible for you, definitely is possible. If not in the first attempt, definitely in 2 or 3 attempts you will crack it.
Yeah. Vijay, we talked about previous papers, first important. The other thing is books, okay, and the syllabus is also important. Going through the syllabus is very important. You have to understand that syllabus, chapters. That is the most important. That is also a most important thing. The other I want to know, that is the current affairs. We get a lot of questions from current affairs in UGC NET. So I want to know that how Vijay managed to get that whole information, because nowadays the information is not limited, it's unlimited. Whole internet is in front of you. Yeah. So what are the news you have to say specifically, what are the news you followed, which international news?
I think a proper newspapers every day. Newspapers every day. Quite popular Indian newspapers.
Which newspaper?
Like The Hindu would be nice. Indian Express is quite nice. You can read them. And definitely, like we were discussing other day, reading newspapers for international relations students or as like international politics students should be a ritual. There's no argument to it. I mean, if you want to know the politics, if being a political science or as like international relations students, I mean, you have to have the habit of reading newspapers. And there is no excuse to it. I mean, the only way you can have access to the or else like know-how of the current affairs is through the newspapers. I mean, definitely you do get lots of. Please do listen to this our very own DD News, I guess. Please listen to it. And there are quite a few English language channels. They go for the BBC networks. There is Al Jazeera that gives you all West Asian newses. And then for an European, there are French channels. DW, France 24 there is. And definitely CNN for Latin American and American to the news. And for Japanese, I mean to the East Asians, there are hundreds of news channels from East Asia as well. Like there is Asian TV, I don't know.
Yeah. Asian TV, CNA.
CNA there is CNA for the South Asia. So there is Nikki TV, Japanese very good channel.
The last question, the left, that how you qualified now, which attempts you have appeared, and where did you have done your master?
I have attempted I think 3 times, I guess. 3 or 4 maybe. I might have cracked thrice successively. Twice net while I was in while I was early into this post-graduation. And I did twice. I didn't have JRF then because I was not even worried, because I was still writing my master's examinations. I mean, still wasn't out of this college as well. So
while you are in masters, you cracked.
I cracked NET twice. And in the 3rd attempt after completion of this masters, then I gave another attempt. So yeah, I did. I mean,
and you did your masters in which course?
In international relations. It's from Maharaja's College, University of Mysore. It's a nice course. I did it. I mean, I could say I was lucky enough to crack it in a 3rd attempt.
Because a lot of students are confused. They have a lot of seats in political science. In JRF, UGC, I'm talking about UGC NET paper, political science. They have, I think, 150 odd JRF and multiply by more NET. Yeah, nearly 100 above, something like that, 100,
That's
120.
lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. But the number of students are also a lot.
Also,
They follow a percentage that 2% the number of students applying or writing, appearing for the exam. They took 2%, they take 2% of that candidates and give JRF and 6% net. So the students or candidates are confused. Should they opt for political science? The number of seats are more. If you write if you write UGC NET IR and area studies, the number of seats are less. So which is easy to crack, or which is you're understanding my point.
yeah, I do.
So how do you have to select which paper you have to write? Based upon interest you decide, or number of seats you decide?
Doing it. And if you think that what could be the idea to choose political science over international politics and international studies, one thing is the sheer number of seats that they are available. If you think that you cannot give yourself the best shot with this all less than 10 seats that are available, I think with the confidence that you are carrying, you can give an attempt in political science. There's no harm in it.
No, tell me about how you decided.
Me, I had no choice. I mean, to be very frank, I never thought of political science.
Yeah. You have to
Never
show
ever
this
thought of
confidence, yeah.
never thought of political science. In fact, I used to tell my brother that if there is one seat available, I have to have that one seat available. I have to get that one seat.
You should have that level of confidence.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah.
I keep on. I used to tell him the same thing. See, there is only one seat available. I just want that one seat for me. That's all. Why do I need two?
Two.
I just need that one.
One.
I will have to give my best, and I got it. I mean, that's what we are. I never thought of political.
Thanks a lot to Vijay. He came, I invited him, he is interested, and he joined. He explained many things, he answered all the questions. And if you have any questions, comments, or queries, you can comment in the videos below, and we will try to explain you in the coming videos. Okay, so luck for joining. Yeah.